Imagine the ease of coming home from work on a Friday night, knowing your dinner party in a couple hours will be hassle free. And this is thanks to your around the world beer and wine subscription box. Inside your box, you and your guests are treated to beer, wine, and treats, all without ever having to leave home. Around the World Beer and Wine aims to provide households the opportunity to enjoy an international experience with no planning, no travel, and no hassle. Currently on trend for adults are both subscription boxes and specialty international alcoholic beverages. Around the World Beer and Wine was developed as a service to provide consumers with the ability to receive specialty beer and wine as part of a subscription box. Customers will receive a monthly shipment of assorted beer and wine from a different area in the world. This will give customers the ability to discover new products and hard to obtain products in the United States. We will provide a less expensive option for those who enjoy traveling and trends in adult beverages. The box will also contain a recipe card for meal pairing suggestions for beer and wine from that part of the world. According to the Washington Post Online, alcohol sales have reached an all-time high, with sales from winery websites nearly quadrupling. The online alcohol delivery segment is expected to grow 30 to 40% year over year for the next 5 years. Within the online subscription services, there's currently not a company that directly competes with Around the World Beer and Wine. Although consumers could choose to buy international beer and wine online or at high-end liquor store, they would sacrifice experience, variety, and convenience. Around the World Beer and Wine will double its business in its first year after our launch. From there, we'll continue to steadily grow our brand and the number of customers we serve. We'll seek feedback from our customers, watch for trends, and continue to evolve as emerging products are developed. We'll also take care of the future world by being eco-friendly. We're a C Corp based in Tacoma, Washington. The company was formed as a C Corp based on the aspirations to grow as a publicly traded company in the future. Tacoma was chosen based on its proximity to ports, airports, and as well as access to talent. The value proposition for our new company includes the following benefits: its accessibility, international reach, product quality, and a competitive pricing structure. In terms of our industry, Around the World Beer and Wine competes within the online alcohol delivery industry, which is a subsegment of the overall retail alcohol industry. According to a report from an investment firm, online alcohol sales have reached $1.7 billion in 2017. So we'll review the Porter's 5 forces. We view the risk of entry by potential competitors as high. The online alcohol delivery industry is in its initial growth stage, and this will invite a high number of companies to enter the segment. The bargaining power of buyers is high. Customers have an increasing number of ways to purchase alcohol. Bargaining power of suppliers, medium. Forging relationships with overseas premium wineries and breweries is a human resource intensive operation. The threat of substitutes, medium. There is continued specialization of the online alcohol concierge business. The power of competition from existing competitors, medium. Alcohol laws differ by U.S. state, and the laws are different for beer, for spirits versus wine, adding yet another variable that should spawn the diversification of competition. So let's talk a little bit about our target market. Our value proposition of high-quality international wine and beer and food recommendation pairings will primarily appeal to the higher-end customers with international leanings in their luxury tastes. This will be the target for our first revenue basket of subscription fees. The primary demographics that we focused on when segmenting our customers were age and income. We did a survey, and of the survey, the highest feedback came from those aged 21 to 40. Therefore, our main marketing efforts will be centered around connecting with the middle-aged consumer. Below 50% of those that were surveyed had previous experience in ordering a monthly subscription box. So this leaves us with huge untapped market potential. Ideally, we would want to target consumers with a large amount of disposable income, as our subscription boxes would be considered a luxury item each month. When surveyed about the amount of money that they would be willing to spend on alcohol, the majority of feedback indicated that consumers preferred to spend $20 or less on a bottle of wine or a 6-pack of beer. That being said, we'll have to keep that in mind that our target is not looking to spend greater than $50 a month on their box. Our marketing vehicles. We plan to utilize various different channels to reach our consumer base and attract new consumers. We'll be partnering with distributors, utilizing Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, partnering with travel agents, local tasting events, and partnering with third-party PR firms. There are many companies that offer products that are relatively similar to Around the World Beer and Wine, and the alcohol market is fairly saturated with both local and online opportunities for consumers to access hundreds of local alcoholic options. We're faced in two different competition markets, our local and online. Microbreweries are the newest fad. In the last year, the number of craft breweries grew by 17% in the United States and is only anticipated to continue. We also see a direct threat by large corporations such as Total Wine and Bevmo. Online, there's also a multitude of subscription wine and beer clubs that consumers have the option of joining. But we do have key advantages over our competition, and that includes the fact that we deliver right to your doorstep. We have multiple offerings, an international selection, and the ability to have the experience without the cost. The beer and wine subscription box faces very low barrier to entry, and this is partially due to the fact that the market distribution is so spread. And in terms of switching cost, in our case, the monetary switching costs are low. With little to no discrepancy in price, a consumer would not see a monetary change from switching from one product to another. There could be effort-based switching costs, which would be the most relevant in our case. There's a large opportunity for differentiation within the subscription box market. When asked, besides beer and wine, what else would you want in your subscription box? Only 8% of the respondents said that they just wanted the beer and wine. When given the opportunity to choose other things, they wanted things like information and facts about the alcohol that they were receiving and the region where it was from. Others wanted pairings, such as cheese and crackers, and some wanted recipes that paired well with the drink. This type of information indicates that our consumers are not just subscribing to our subscription box for the convenience, but they're looking for a worldly experience that they're able to create within their own homes. In terms of the customer interface, the customers will sign up for their subscription using our website or an app from their phone. When customers sign up, the platform allows for data transition into an account management tool. The marketing team is engaged in determining the contents of each box. In their role, they do research on trending beverages from around the world. The production facility will rely heavily on a robust supply chain, packing methods, and distribution. The supply chain team will work with the operations team and order product from around the world and coordinate logistics. Upon arrival of the product, the distribution team will package the product and send it out to the customers. We also have a quality assurance team that ensures the boxes are packaged correctly and the product that we are sending is in good quality. The supply chain is the most critical part of our business plan. Beer and Wine Around the World will develop partnerships with global beer and wine distributors to obtain high quality and unique products. The supply chain team and distributors will have robust information systems such as ERP to ensure accurate communication and ordering. It is important to us to have a just-in-time inventory system. Because boxes are sent out monthly, inventory shouldn't be sustained. Throughout forecasting analysis, this should be easily maintained. Beer and Wine Around the World will utilize a direct-to-customer shipping method. For convenience, the customer will utilize FedEx to deliver right to the customer's front door. Customer service is a pillar to Beer and Wine Around the World. We'll be providing the Nordstrom level type of customer service. Our teams will be available to answer questions via phone, text, or email. And as a part of our customer service model, we'll be seeking frequent feedback from our customers. This is an integral part of our model as we continue to grow and expand. The management team is comprised of its 4 founders. The leadership team operates in a flat matrix organization. Michael serves as our president of strategy, Carly as the VP of sales and customer experience, Aaron as the VP of operations and supply chain, and myself, Christine, as the VP of human resources. We'll also seek consultants. We'll need consultants in the area of legal, independent beer and wine, and startup. In In terms of our strategic position and risk assessment, industry trends. Online subscription boxes are becoming increasingly popular. Our target market. Our target market is within the consumer sector. We're aiming for middle-aged customers with disposable income. Competitive environment. We have the advantage of being first to the market, and this means that we are the first to create relationships with distributors, both locally and international. There are other boxes currently available, and although not exactly the same, are similar and already have a solid consumer base. Our challenge will be finding our own loyal niche. Our strengths. We excel in two main categories. The first is our commitment to worldly views, and second, we'll excel in customer service. This is a large advantage over other small online businesses. In terms of our risks, we view our risks in the market as high, our risk in competition as moderate, risk in technology as low, risk in product as moderate, and risk of execution in low. For our technology plan, Around the World Beer and Wine, being an e-commerce company, will put our primary technological focus on the stability of our website. We'll accomplish these goals by partnering with Salesforce, an American cloud computing company. Because Beer and Wine Around the World will ultimately be conducting a solid portion of our business international, we are committed to being socially responsible by partnering with only fair trade companies. As our headquarters will be based out of the Pacific Northwest, our management team from Around the World Beer and Wine is committed to giving back to our community through volunteer service. Our business vision, our long-term goals at Around the World Beer and Wine. We want to be the market leader in providing an experience not every adult will be able to have. We plan to grow steadily over the next 5 years and become known as a beer and wine distributor with an additional element of worldly experience. To achieve our goal of becoming the leader in the beer and wine distribution, we'll focus on experience and customer service. We'll expand our product pairings and offer new options monthly. By becoming synonymous with high-quality products as well as customer experience, Beer and Wine Around the World will likely be bought out by a competitor or contracted for use for customer preference data. We feel that our data set will be the most important thing to our company, and that a large company will buy our company for the data alone. For Around the World Beer and Wine financial plan, we evaluated a break-even analysis for investors and the bank and had a preferred outcome that provides the calculations for these scenarios. For our assumptions, we assumed a total available market of 75 million, with a served market of 22.5 million, that is growing 30% year over year. We used trade publication information to provide our basis of assumptions for the number of bottles ordered per year, average shipping costs, and subscription costs, and other business operation financials. We estimate the rate of return to be 10%. Our business plan relies upon a marketing budget of 7% of revenue per year, which will be the engine that fuels our business as the SAM for online alcohol e-commerce grows at a forecasted 30% per year. And as outcome, we would be profitable by end of year 2. Our business would aim for a market share of 0.02% in the first year and the double subscription sales in years 2 and 3 before settling into a 5% growth year over year in years 4 through 10. The key to achieve this will be having the subscription box be $50 a month. Around the World Beer and Wine is an exciting new venture with a strong operating model, a large market, and significant demand. In order for a successful launch, Around the World Beer and Wine asks you to review our business plan and join us on this exciting adventure. We understand your investment is significant, and we're committed to making our stakeholders proud. Around the World Beer and Wine is asking from their investors $100,000. The money will be used for sales and marketing, as well as operating costs, including facilities, supply chain, personnel, distribution, and technology. By contributing this amount, the investor will receive a 9% stake in the company. With a 9% stake of the company, we anticipate investors will make $1.1 million from this investment in only 5 years. We appreciate you listening to our business model and hope you join us in this exciting adventure.